I'm Kelsey Zeiser. I'm a senior editor at Light Reading, and we're here at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and I'm joined by Fortinet.
Hello. So I'm Anne-Gaelle Santos. I'm a business development manager in charge of managed service provider.
Yeah, well, good to see you. Hope your show's going well so far.
Yeah, very busy.
Yeah, super busy. So tell us a little bit about what Fortinet is doing of late in the SASE and SD-WAN space. Do you have any new features or things that you're excited about there?
Well, if you don't mind, I will start a little bit by the beginning about Fortinet, because Fortinet is a cybersecurity company. We've been very well known for our firewall and all our security services, and we have realized that we could do a lot more for our partners, specifically in the service provider side. Mm-hmm. So we've developed our FortiGate solution to be able to support SD-WAN capability. So that's why we've developed this product for which we have been quite successful, called Secure SD-WAN. And now we have a new product that comes as a complement to that SD-WAN solution called SASE. So we're clearly positioning ourselves as a single vendor SASE, having the whole spectrum of services from SD-WAN, security on-prem, and security in the cloud.
Okay. What are some of the key security components within Fortinet's SD-WAN feature set?
So we deliver the full spectrum of security capabilities that you can imagine you may need on a branch. So just to name a few, firewall, it's quite evident. All the URL filtering, IPS, IDS. I mean, there's so many that I'm not going to be able to name them all. But what is important nowadays, and we've seen that with much more transformation in the enterprise network and the explosion of remote working and people kind of sitting outside of the corporate network, we have developed FortiSASE, which is actually based on the exact same technology of the FortiGate. So it's almost putting a FortiGate and other elements into the cloud to be able to expand those security capability for those remote users. For wherever they are, having the exact same type of security policy, whether they're sitting in the office or working remotely.
Yeah, you already kind of addressed my next question, was going to be how do you, better secure the home network? Because I imagine that presented some new challenges with folks trying to access their enterprise applications, but other people on the home network maybe playing Fortnite or something, or watching Netflix. Like that.
Yeah, so absolutely. So effectively, it's a bit of a challenge for an enterprise, and there are different solutions out there, right? But what we bring really as a differentiator is the consolidation of the security on-prem and the security when you're not sitting on-prem. Mm-hmm. So really, for us, it's very important to have that single way of addressing the problem, but also when you need to manage it. So for a service provider, having to not to have two systems to work from and deliver that security consistently to the enterprise to the enterprise user is very important.
Yeah. What are some other ways that Fortinet works with service providers to deliver SASE and SD-WAN as a managed service to enterprise customers, and then what kind of sets you all apart?
How do we work with our service providers? So you probably know that Fortinet is a two-tier model, so we never sold directly to enterprise. We work solely with partner, and it is very important for us. Personally, I'm dedicated to a tier one service provider, so the Orange, Telefonica, Dutch Telecom, and Vodafone of this world, and BT as well, of course. So not only we have the portfolio that enable them to create value, and by that I mean with our secure SD-WAN solution, we enable them to capitalize on their core business, which is of course network services and being kind of the single point of contact for connectivity and security for their own customer. SASE is coming as well as an addition, and we have a set of tooling that enable them to operate those services on behalf of their customers. So not only we have the technology that enables the different services all across, we enable our service provider to create new services by adding the security on top of the connectivity and give them the tool to create their own managed services. So that's one example. We have other partners that are more in the reselling mode, so they would take our technology, kind of integrate them to the customer.
System integrators.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that you're looking forward to at the show in particular? I know it feels like we're almost back to normal capacity this year. Any other trends or around the show or cybersecurity that you're looking forward to?
So I would just suggest that people really watch out what's happening on the SASE front, because it has been kind of the buzzword for the past couple of years, but it was a little bit of a hype. It meant different things to different people. And what we're saying is that now we are at the top of the hype curve, so the reality is gonna kick in. So people need to understand what it is they're trying to achieve by going towards a SASE framework. Simplification, consolidation, and convergence of network and security, in our view, is very important. We are evolving both our services to be able to cover all the use cases of our partners and end users, wherever they are, geographically. So the cloud is there and it's there to stay, but it's probably not the only answer to all problems.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, thanks so much for your time. It was a pleasure catching up with you.
Thank you very much.